I'm making an early start before it gets too hot. I'm putting solar panels on the, what do you call it, a bimini roof. Changing the bimini from umbrella, very faded, to more or less a hardtop made out of solar panels and a fiberglass outer surround. The solar panels will sit along here, and I'm going to put a face down here to support a track to take side covers. Okay. My side covers will sit on there. There'll be a fiberglass piece. This is the next bit I'm doing now. And these are my adjustable angle blocks. I've made up some curved strips from a pattern I put up alongside. Now the next step is to screw those up in place, and then I'm going to laminate them onto the top panel. Well, that's the first of the angle pieces on. See? Match. I'll give this corner a light grind and then I'll laminate over it. But first I'll put the rest of them on. Been working on my solar panel surrounds. A lot of hard work, a lot of sanding and fairing and painting, but I'm getting there. So this morning I'm doing a test fit of the solar panel onto the surround before I get into the final painting. This is the surrounds. The little inserts, cutouts. This one's for backstay, this one's for the rear arch, also rear arch. This is the forward end, and on the little upstand lip, because the unit's curved, to give the spacer so to make the surface flat for the solar panel. And this is what it's going to look like. 2 solar panels mounted on the top. This is the forward edge, rounded corner. This underneath on the inside will be used to support the clear panels to give weather protection. Again, cut out for the stainless arch. Cut out for the stainless arch backstays, slips in that slot. So I cannot take the panel any further aft. I think it's going to look pretty cool. As part of the solar project, I will not need windy anymore. So this afternoon I'm going to remove windy. It's getting late in the afternoon, sun's just about to set, so it's a little bit cooler. And the wind's died off, so I'm going to remove windy. Windy puts out, well, gives me about 6 amps on a really windy day. Not very much, nothing compared to a solar panel. There we go. The sun has set on windy for the last time. I think this was on the boat since new. Today's a great day. I've sanded and painted this up and made it look beautiful. And now I'm going to bolt it in place, and tomorrow then I put on the solar panels. This forms the outer edge. Solar panels sit here, go across, and then in the center I'm going to have a clear acrylic strip. Now to get onto the permanent fastening of this on. I've made up these lovely composite brackets, and they're going to pop over this and bolt through to hold, and they'll go here as well where they'll go through this, through the upstand and through the solar panel lower aluminium. The unit's held on in place. Now I'm going to put in my clear acrylic center panel to span between the two solar panels. This will also give me a good view at my rig. Yeah. So that it looks nice. I've spread my white Seeker right across the panel, a nice skim of it. So when I put my wiggle woggles on here, you can't see them from the other side, and it looks lovely. And I have glued it on. This is the look. See how nice and white that top looks. We'll duck under here, come back up, look at the front, look at the front. Very good. You can't see the squiggles of the beads through the middle, so that looks nice. I've got to let this cure for a little bit, maybe a couple of hours, and then I'm going to sit the solar panels up on top and bolt them on. There's a wide view for you. See? Clear section, and the solar panels going to sit. Those solar panels up there, they're going to come off too and be replaced by one large 540 watt. And while I'm doing this, Jan's been doing the washing. Now she's taking a swim, scrubbing the waterline. Alright, I've got the panels up. A friend of mine helped me bring them from the factory on his boat. We put them up. That looks amazing. I'm over the moon, man. This is beautiful. From the underside, it looks amazing. I'm really happy with the way things have come out and the look that's generated. Hey, at the helm, I'll be able to see up. Oh, look at that. The view for the sailing is be fantastic. Clean, nice look. And these are the solar panels I'm using, JA Solar. Well, I need to stop going wow and spend the next hour bolting this on so that they don't fall off overnight. So I'll show you the progress in the morning. Hi Jan. I'm ready to move that panel on top of here, so I'm starting to seeker up. I put a bead of seeker down and then I spread it so that when you see it from the underneath, it's just a white. You don't see the wiggly woggly bead underneath. I've pre-drilled everything, cleaned everything, pre-bolted it so that I know everything's going to go together properly. And these pads, so I can lift the panel on top, sit it on the pads, and then take the pads out and lower it down onto the sticky seeker. Hopefully I don't make a big mess. Okay, got my white sealed all across, got my wiggle woggles on right around. Now Jen's going to help me lift the panel across. Ready to get sticky? No. Okay. Nice, looking nice. Down there is very difficult to get at. We're always standing on the rails, work around. I'm very lucky I've got solid rails because you can stand on them. Works well. Got everything in place. Jan helped me to get it. White lines looking nice. Here's a little bit hard to get at, so I'll clean it up when I take that one out of the way. And we'll have to put up. This side's clamped at the moment because a bit thicker gap. I don't want to stress the panel, so it's just sitting on good. This side's bolted on. And a couple of hours it'll be cured, and then I can bolt up that side, lightly bolt up that side. Next job, have lunch, and then work on this side. Yeah, I've pre-masked this side altogether. It allows it quicker and easy. Well, I tried to do that side without masking here. I ended up masking so they could cove it nicely. So this side's ready for me to unbolt and move across onto that one. Do all this, put the seeker on, and then lift it up, move it back. Alright, carrying on with the project. I'm doing a bit of work after work on the boat so that I can get everything done. It's now 5:30. Sunset. I get a couple of hours. I'll work with a headlight. You get the couple of hours work done. I'll show you what I'm doing tonight. Last night I assembled, there's acrylic there, nice and clear. I assembled my support posts from the upper arch to help support the lower section, take the weight of it pulling down. It's mounted on top of the acrylic, goes up, clamped onto the upper arch. Same system underneath, so that looks cool. And then the front post, I've done similar again. I had to put a spacer in because the acrylic fiberglass thickness, and that comes down, and I'm mounting it on the cockpit table. Here I've taken the lid off the cockpit table. Right, it just screws on very conveniently. I've cut a slot already so that it pushes around the post. I do that, lift it over the nuts. How's that? Now I'll fit the piece I cut out, cut it a bit shorter, fit it in there, but I need to lower it down there because it's sitting on the plate and on the nuts. So I'm going to use my router and cut it down, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm marking that by measurement. Put those down. Oh gosh, it's difficult doing everything one-handed. That's why I don't film a lot of stuff. I'm marking that just by measurement, and then I'll attack it with the router. I'll take this area down a bit higher because of the nuts, but the rest I'll just take down 5mm so they give me clearance. Okay, this is the cutouts I've made. Look at that. Let's see. Recess for the nut. Yes, it's basically sitting down on the plate there. It's sitting down around the outside edge. Got this little bit. If I thought about it, I could have stopped my routering 10mm from the edge. Ah well, next boat. Ah well, now I have to modify this. I have to cut this to the length and curve to match. So basically cut the circle off and decrease the thickness. I think I will only cut the recess for that area. Do this. How's that? height's right to the right depth. Just I got those two little notches. I'll set this in with white bathroom silicone, so to keep the crap and everything out of the gaps, and I'll do the same underneath. And I put a bead right around this so that it doesn't get dirt underneath. So when I lifted this off before, I had to spend quite a bit of time scrubbing the top of that because there was 20 years worth of dust there. To support the load of the solar system, I've put in a pole mounted on the deck here, and it's got a few other uses. A bit of pole dancing. Let me show you how it works. Like that. We'll have to get some.
You don't believe this is my
beautiful girls in
62-year-old.
Let them try that. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please hit the subscribe button below and follow along as we connect up these solar panels to a Victron